James is here, my producer, and also before I go back to the callers here, he's the host of the HakeReport.com, thehakereport.com. Check him out on Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. Amazing. Really, he really has an amazing show, and I knew he would. So we want to give you an update on the illegal aliens, and the liberals are pretending to care. They're trying to get to your emotions because they have nothing else. And if they can't drive you with lies and emotions, they lose. So what's the update on this?
So CNN, as well as the RINOs, by the way, are concerned about families being separated at the border. And so we have this report from CNN about this woman claiming that she was arrested while breastfeeding her baby.
This is from CNN. Here's a report on a family separated at the borders. A woman claims she's arrested while breastfeeding her child. Here we go.
Hundreds, possibly thousands of undocumented immigrants have been separated after crossing the border in the last month. It's the emotional fallout from the Trump administration's attempt to prosecute all migrants who've illegally entered the United States. Natalia Cornelio, an attorney with the Texas Civil Rights Project, has met with dozens of these families and describes the controversial zero-tolerance policy as torture.
One of the women that I interviewed today told me that she was breastfeeding her daughter when the government took her daughter from her. And when she resisted, she said that was when they put handcuffs on her.
They should have. Is she black? You're not supposed to resist. And so are we supposed to like really feel badly for this woman?
And believe her.
Oh, she was breastfeeding.
So we have another story about an illegal alien man crying about not losing his son, and he's headed for Colorado.
Amazing. So let me just say, I don't care that she was breastfeeding. She should have thought about that before she crossed the border. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You break the law, and because you're breastfeeding, you're supposed to be left alone? That's dumb. And you're right, they could be making this up. It doesn't matter either way. These are lawbreakers. These are illegal aliens. They shouldn't be coming across. And so whatever happens to you once you cross that border, it's your fault. It's not President Trump's fault. It's yours. Just FYI. All right, so an illegal alien cries about not losing his son. He's headed for Colorado. Sounds like a vacation. Here we go.
Por eso es que estoy aquí.
With tears in his eyes, Arbid Moran feels like one of the lucky ones. He and his son crossed the Rio Grande a week ago in a raft.
¿Te llevaron a la corte? Did they take you to court?
No.
¿Te separaron del hijo? Did they separate you from your child?
He was given a court date and a GPS ankle monitor. Now he's on his way to reunite with family in Colorado. Miguel Nogueras, a federal public defender, says the Trump administration's border crackdown is inhumane.
I don't think that this represents the values of the American people.
Amazing. What's so amazing, too, is you have American citizens of authority positions willing to break the law and encouraging others to do it.
Yeah, it's wild.
They need to be arrested, too.
These lawyers, right?
Yeah. Why don't they dump these lawyers across the border with the folks?
That'd be nice. So I have...
I don't care about this guy crying. Go back home and cut the tears. It's so easy. If this Mexican, he seems like a Mexican.
Could be.
They all look the same to me. Is that hurt about his son that he has to cry, then it's so easy to resolve. Go back home. That's all. Problem solved. We don't care about the tears. We don't care about any of that. We don't care about the baby feeding, breastfeeding. We don't care. Go home. Anyway.
So Jeff Sessions addressed the so-called church leaders who are upset about these families being separated.
The church leaders are upset? Are they Catholic?
Some are. Yeah, Catholics and all that, you know.
Amazing.
So this is from CNN, and he cites the Apostle Paul, saying that illegal entry is a crime.
Here we go.
Illegal entry into the United States is a crime. It should be, it must be, if you're going to have a legal system and have any limits whatsoever. Persons who violate the law of our nation are subject to prosecution. If you violate the law, you subject yourself to prosecution. And I would cite you to the Apostle Paul and his clear and wise command in Romans 13 to obey the laws of the government, because God has ordained the government for his purposes.
Thank you. Simple.
Yep.
And so the Christians are not happy about that?
Some of the liberal so-called Christians are not, and then
those are not real Christians.
and then
Those are children of the lie.
there's a funny exchange, I want to get to it, of CNN's Jim Acosta accosting Sarah Sanders on what Jeff Sessions just said, which Sarah Sanders hadn't heard yet, but she addresses the Bible as well.
This is from CNN. Here we go.
On these children who are being separated from their families as they come across the border. The Attorney General earlier today said that somehow there's a justification for this in the Bible. Where does it say in the Bible that it's moral to take children away from their mothers?
I'm not aware of the Attorney General's comments or what he would be referencing. I can say that it is very biblical to enforce the law. That is actually repeated a number of times throughout the Bible. However, this hold on, Jim, if you'll let me finish. Again, I'm not going to comment on the attorney's specific comments that I haven't seen.
It's in the Bible to
That's
follow
not
the
what
law.
I said, and I know it's hard for you to understand. Even short sentences, I guess, and please don't take my words out of context, but the separation of illegal alien families is the product of the same legal loopholes that Democrats refuse to close, and these laws are the same that have been on the books for over a decade, and the president is simply enforcing them.
Policy to take children away from their parents. Can
It's
you
a
imagine
moral
the
policy
horror that
to
these children
follow
must
and
be going
enforce the
through
law.
when they come across the border?
Jim.
They're with their parents, and then suddenly they're pulled away from their parents. Why is the government doing this?
Because it's
Because
the
they're
law,
breaking
and that's
the
what the
law.
law states. And the
You
law.
guys don't have to do that. It's
You're
your
right, it doesn't
policy.
have to be the law, and the president has actually called on Democrats in Congress to fix those loopholes. The Democrats have failed to come to the table, failed to help this president close these loopholes and fix this problem. We don't want this to be a problem. The president has tried to address it a number of occasions. We've laid out a proposal, and Democrats simply refuse to do their job and fix the problem.
Amazing. You know, a lot of time we do work in jails and prisons around the country, my nonprofit bond, and I can't tell you the number of days I've gone downtown to L.A., and you see women and children line up to see the daddies in jail, right? Mm-hmm. They're separated.
Yep.
They're not together in jail. And why all of a sudden CNN reporters are so concerned about that? They don't care about the men and women in this country who are being arrested and children are left behind.
Well, they complain about that too.
Come on, JoJo. Let's go down to the jailhouse, see your daddy.
Sometimes they complain about that too. They blame that on the out-of-wedlock births and stuff like that. They blame mass incarceration on it. But the point is, these families are not even families. They're separated to come here. They're separating to come here. They're sending half their paycheck home. And Hispanic immigrants, almost half of them are born out of wedlock. Of their children are born out of wedlock, which is the highest.
Out of wedlock immigrant birth, whites 12%, blacks 34%, Asian 10%, Indians 41%.
And Hispanics 48.9% out of wedlock.
Amazing. I'll take your calls when I come back. Thank you, James. Mm-hmm. Appreciate it. I love the way Sarah Sanders deal with the media. This lady is tough. And she is stronger or as strong as the previous sports people or media person for the dealing with the media. They treat her horribly. They disrespect her, but she doesn't care. She let them have it. God bless Sarah Sanders. Good woman. Let me go to Connie out of Arizona. Connie, thank you for calling. Get it off your chest.
Yesterday, Jesse, you talked about the man here in Arizona who said we didn't have enough white children in the school. And this morning, our feckless, spineless rhino Governor Ducey, and they say the Republican Party, which is also pretty much feckless and rhino, is calling for him to resign. I don't know how to reach that man, but I wished he would just run for governor because we haven't had anybody that really tells the truth.
Yeah, Yeah. You know, I'm hearing about this story. It's my first time hearing about it. And if that's true, that this rhino, Governor Ducey, is asking this Republican to resign, he needs to be recalled. Somebody needs to put together an organization or something and get Governor Ducey out of office, because I'm sick and tired of the rhino Republicans. They are no different than the Democrats. They're in there for personal gain. They're bought and paid for by big companies who want illegal aliens in this country for low wages, low-paying jobs. And they're not for us. They're not for the people. Paul Ryan and all these people, they need to go.
Terrible.
And they're awful. And they have held us back for years.
We got McCain, we got McSally. I mean, it's hard for us to even have a decent, I don't really know who a real decent Republican is right now here.
What is the name of the guy that's running and he's supported by President Trump?
You mean for governor?
Yes.
Ken Bennett.
Yeah. I wish that Arizona would wake up and get rid of the rhinos.
I know. I can't understand it because everybody I talk to is against them, and we want Kelly Ward in because she's good. Martha McSally never kept her promises. And I mean, but I don't know how these people get in.
They get in because they're deceiving the voters there in Arizona. They pretend that they're going to do the right thing, and once they get in office, they don't do it. They become Democrats. That's how they do it.
Yeah, you know, that woman who was breastfeeding, how old was the child? 5, 6 years old?
It doesn't matter if she had that baby had just popped out of the womb.
Exactly.
That woman should not have come across our borders. So I don't care about that at all. I have no sympathy for that. The woman broke the law, and we don't even know if it's true anyway because these radical reporters who support evil, they'll lie to us about anything, and they'll do whatever they can to emotionalize us to get away with this stuff.
Yeah, she's the one that should be charged with child abuse. I mean, just keep them over there. Don't let them in. Stop them at the border. It's almost right. Where we have to go down to do it for them.
That's right. And that's why we got to continue to support the Great White Hope, because these rhino Republicans, along with the Democrats and others, they're working together to keep the borders open. They want all these illegals to come in because it benefits them. They get votes, they get power, they get wealth.
Yeah, and then you get John McCain coming up with saying that the president is parroting these other countries. Well, he ought to know. He was called the canary when he was in Indonesia. And, I mean, he's worthless. He's we need to get rid of him, too. Him and Flake. Just go away.
What is keeping the voters from voting John McCain out? John is no good.
He's terrible. And the last time they said he only won by 7 points over Kelly Ward, and everybody's going, who voted for him? Because he has no respect here.
Maybe it was 7 illegals.
That's probably it.
Connie, thanks for your call. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Jesse.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye now. Amazing. I got to take a break. Coming straight back to the calls. Back in a moment.